Hello, everybody. Welcome back to NECC Legends Division of Valorant. Today we have St. Clair Academy versus West Virginia University, and we are about to get into Game 1. You see our names down there in the corner, or at the bottom of the screen. We're about to get into it. We're about to see the picks, the maps. The excitement is raring to go. Here are the maps. We're starting Lotus on attack, Bind on defense, and Split on defense as well. And Lotus on attack. What are we guys thinking of that?
I'm pretty sure that's been the first map for almost every game that I've seen our collegiate teams play so far. It'll be interesting to see how the academy team tackles Lotus today.
Yeah, Lotus on attack is a tough one to do indeed. It feels very defensively sided. You kind of just wait for the attacker to make any move, and if they don't, you can just kind of swoop in, pincer them, and ruin their entire day. But as for our second map, Bind, Jordan.
I mean, it just recently came back in rotation with a couple reworks. It'll be interesting to see how our Saints play it this year versus how they've played it in years past, especially without it being out of rotation for a little bit of time. But not my favorite map in the world, but I know that it's heavily favored by a lot of players, so it'll be interesting to see how they take it defense-sided as well.
Definitely, definitely. Maybe we'll see some funny little portal shenanigans as we always do. And then there's Split on defense as well. And starting Split on defense, in my opinion, is the best way to start Split if you want to get off to a good lead.
I agree. Definitely a defender-sided map. All about that mid-control, especially on Split. A very common map. So right now we'll have our agents coming up. As we could see, we do have our lineup on the right side for our Saints. We got Gub, Meta, Jello, Chillin, and Canadian playing today. Patrick, you were talking about Chillin a little bit earlier. It looks like he's playing that Viper, which he's been known
playing Scott. Oh wait, you mean Chillin? He's playing Viper.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Chillin
no,
playing Viper. Something you were talking about earlier. If you want to weigh in on that a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows how good he is, because playing Viper on the IGL and still being able to drop as many frags as Chillin is able to. I mean, you'll just see it's very impressive stuff that he can put out.
So we got a 3-site map to start off with Lotus, and we are starting on attack. So usually the A site is the common go-to for Lotus, so we'll see how our Saints play it today. It looks like they're starting to rear up, getting the Viper wall down already on A, starting to line that up. But we do also see some going towards B, getting those cutoff points and making it hard for defenders to rotate. Super important with Lotus. So here we go, first round underway of our first game.
Viper wall immediately going down, and we see Chilling then throwing. Oh, we got to see right now both teams. It looks like we have a little bit of a split push right now as part of them going, but it seems like, honestly, with the pushes coming in, it seems like they're going for a B take, honestly, yeah. And right off the bat, though, Gub gonna get picked off. Let's see, what are we thinking about it right now, Jordan? What can you tell right now? The plant going down from Jello.
Well, we've got that quick plant right onto B, a little bit shocking since they tried to fake out that A almost with the Viper wall and Orb and etc. But it looks like our Saints have kind of brought it back. They are going to start to try and hold this, but it looks like a couple of West Virginia's players are going to flank around and catch Meta off guard, and it looks like that's a quick first round in West Virginia's favor as they are going to defuse.
Yeah, winning pistol round is always a huge win, so it's going to be a tough playback from the Saints. Because now they got to contend with much better guns. If you guys are unfamiliar with the economy, you get a major boost to the economy for winning first round. So you're going to start seeing those big guns come out.
Oh yeah, especially if they choose to force here, where it looks like they might not quite be forcing. A couple frenzies still. The Guardian, that's a big buy to have second round. Marshall, Spectre, starting to see it come out. It looks like they are going to force this round, try to buy some better guns, and it looks like our Saints are going to hold back and save this round, get a couple of Sheriffs for the big damage dealers. But as we get in the second round, we're going to see, we see a little bit of C push going on here. Flashes are going to go out.
Dink's kind of in a precarious position here as he's going to try to find a couple picks, and he's going to find one on a Gub right now. Gub just maybe a little too much of an overpeak, not knowing exactly what the threat is looming, but Mitch picking up the kill on Chronic. And that's big equalizer there early for the Saints.
Also picks up the gun there, so that's a major advantage. on the economy side.
It looks like the Saints are going to start making their way towards A for this final push and plant. Yep, Jello's going to put that spike down. Defenders are still trying to figure out this, start to rotate as they do hear it. Oh, and we are going to see Boltsy try and push up here with the Spectre. Just kind of holding this back spawn point, make sure nobody's rotating behind him, but it looks like our Saints are kind of stacked up by tree right now.
Oh, and they beat the Sheriff. Beats the Guardian there. There's Twitch Bolty putting up a smoke here. Dynix laying down a smoke, going to fake the defuse, try and get the Saints to push him. There's the flash coming out from Canadian there. New meta hiding in the smoke. All he has is a pistol to his name. He lands the right click, but dies to the Spectre. Jello takes one out, and Chillin manages to close out the round, and the Saints equalize the points.
Quick 1-2 from Jello and Chillin there just to confirm, and honestly, really good there from the Saints, as usually the team who's picking up round 1 with that extra firepower usually is going to pick up round 2 as well. Huge from the Saints to shut that one down.
Absolutely, and now they can start to force by a little bit more this round. We are going to see the Vandals and Phantoms comes out, as now West Virginia is kind of on that back heel, having to play a little safe, get only a couple Sheriffs out there, try to find picks with those and maybe steal the Saints guns back. But we are going to see, again, same thing, starting out at the C push, going to play a little bit slow, see where they can go with it.
Yeah, and it seems like right now they're just trying to take time, trying to just read where everybody is coming from. It seems like right now, new meta just kind of staying around boxes. Boltsy looking to get a little bit aggressive. It seems like he's going to take his challenge on a new meta. A little bit of a slow one there. Interesting.
We are going to see a little bit of challenges at kind of every site right now, kind of playing those one-on-ones, try to find that first pick, find the site where it's appropriate to go right now. We are going to see the Skydog come out, try to get some info, but I don't think it's going to actually see Enox there, as Gub and the rest of the Saints start to push up onto C, but little do they know there are 3 of West Virginia's players waiting for them. All the util is going to come out now. Smoke's going down. Breach is going to send out his charges, and Taze is going to find the first pick onto Gub there as they start to make their way towards B, but West Virginia isn't far behind with the rotation.
And this is going to be what I think is going to come out to a little bit of a, well, surprisingly, actually, I was looking at the mini-map, and it looked like it was going to be a little more of a messy plant, but going down pretty cleanly for the Saints now, and now they just got to hold. Let's see if they can hang on. Chronic with the first pick onto Chillin. It's going to get a little more messy now as we see Canadian finding the double. New meta finding one as well onto Chronic. And right now, the Saints looking pretty good in the 3v1, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Canadian, big round out of him as he finds the headshot onto Dinks.
Absolutely. Big round for the Saints here. Now they force, every player is going to start to force by the Vandals and Phantoms now, but Saints having that little extra eco under their belt is really going to help them going forward. As we see, the fake C push at the beginning is really seeming to work. The Viper Wall setting up on A to try and help grab ult orbs is also super effective, but we are going to see Dinks pull out the operator here. Round 4, we'll see if this can be a turning point for West Virginia and help them reclaim the lead here.
We're going to see the op come out from Dinks. Going to try and use its full effect, but there's so much smoke and so much utility. Not going to work out there, but looks like the Saints are going to opt for a little bit of a B push here. Tay's going to find the pick there. It's going to make that hard for the Saints. Going to get flashed out. They know he's there. Didn't hit him just right. And the Breach can flash. This is going to be a big push. He misses the flash. Chillin pushing up, but does he know it's a cross guard here? And he gets taken out by Jay Chronic. Canadian going to find out Taze though. Dinks with the op waiting for someone to push through that smoke. What do you think of this?
Finding his second double kill of this round as well. Spike is going to change hands, and it looks like they are set up for a C plant, and they are going to go for it. Planting for long here. Astra's going to send out that ult super early in the game already from Canadian, but he can't afford it as he's going to find 2 more on this round. Hopefully he can find that 5th for an ace on the 4th round of the first game. Quite the plays by our Saints so far.
Dinks looking to try to clutch this last round out. We see Sky with the dog sent in, but it's not going to find. It's going to be shot down. However, Dinks knows he needs to try to get this defuse. Time is starting to run a little bit thin here for him. Canadian going to shut it down on the challenge.
Woo! Canadian
instant headshot. What an absolute beam.
Yeah.
Beauty ace as well.
4th round ace from Canadian there is insane, especially when they were up against an op. They had the odds stacked against them, but Canadian was able to even out the odds, and they took out the op as well. That is a massive econ hit for the side of West Virginia University.
Yep, setting the tone early and now pushing West Virginia onto their heels here as they are all sheriffed up with mostly light shield buys here as well, trying to find some way to get back in this game. It looks like a couple of them are going to buy some shotguns and marshals here, but as we see the Viper util going to go straight down onto A, try and cover up the entrance and stop West Virginia from pushing into their spawn.
Gub right now looking like he's just going to try to chill out a little bit. I thought he was honestly going to go into challenging Chronic there, but, you know, no need to get aggressive. You have a lot of time right now. You can afford to just kind of play this a little more methodically. However, Chilling going to get picked out from Enox. We're going to see Boltsy. He's going to be holding a very good angle here. As you see, possibly 3 Saints players about to come through. Ultimate on the field from Enox. What can it find? We're going to see what happens next, as it's going to be now Gub. He's going to actually pick up a weapon there. And, yeah, he's just kind of swapping around a little bit. The Saints got to kind of pick it up a little bit right now. Their time is running thin, and they have to find a plant.
Yep, Saints starting to make their way towards B now with 2 defenders waiting. Breach holding with the Bucky right there. Bot's going to spot him right away. He's going to get picked off by New Meta, as that was a perfect boom bot. Dink's going to find New Meta as well for the trade. And we are going to see Saints now retreat towards C. Deadlock waiting for them. Chronic going to try to pick one by one off with the Marshal, and he's going to get taken down by Jello. As we can presume, a plant is going to go down here on C. Oh, but Enox is going to find Jello there. A little bit of a battle here between Enox, but he's going to get taken out by Canadian 2v2. Gub starting to put the plant down. Dink's waiting left. Do they know he is there? Maybe not. Maybe they do. But Astra's going to start to put down those stars. Canadian setting up as Boltsy is going to get the flank, but he just misses it. Will he find anything here? And Canadian's going to find Boltsy as it leaves Dink in a 1v2.
Wow,
he's going to find 1v1 situation. Vandal versus the Sheriff, and Canadian's going to come out on top as he takes Saints' 4th round of this game.
Canadian having one heck of a performance so far, as we see he's 12-1 right now, really doing everything he has to be for as Astra for the Saints. And we just, you know, they're taking it, they're looking really good right now. They're taking it really slow, they're taking it, you know, they're upping the tempo when they have to. Just say that much. 4-1 right now on the side of the Saints as they look to take another round off the top.
And Dink's opting for the op again. He has the Blade Storm online, and they have the Deadlock ult to play with as well. This could be an interesting round. West Virginia has a lot they can choose to invest. Dinks misses the op shot, gonna dash right out, gets out for free, but now he's gonna have to play a little bit further back.
Absolutely, we do see this C push again, as Dinks is gonna have to try and save that op this time. It'd be a shame to lose that a second time this game, but we do see our Saints kind of playing back, starting to play slow, waiting for that first pick yet again. This just seems to be the way they play, and it's working so far.
Yeah, right now see a little bit of pressure coming onto A, but I think in the most part they're going to wrap, and I think if I had to predict here, might be just kind of taking their time actually. They're kind of looking very split up as they kind of seem to go for just a two-way push, just probably seeing if any picks come their way. A little more pressure now coming to A. Let's see how this works out for the Saints.
Absolutely, they're going to start pushing in tree, but Deadlock's going to be quick. Push them off. Oh, and Gub kind of walks himself right into the Deadlock ult, and he is going to go down slowly but surely as he is picked off, now making a 5v4 for West Virginia. Now a 5v3 as Enox finds Chillin'. Kind of lacking over there, but we are going to see the Saints start to push onto C and get the plant down as Jello will start to throw the flashes out in the sky util, but they may get caught off guard by this back rotation.
Dinks opts for the Blade Storm here. This could be massive. Saints have their work cut out. Misses the Blades. He doesn't find one, but his teammates there to... Jay Chronic getting the 4K, though, out of nowhere. Wow. Beauty. What a way to end that round.
He may
Absolutely crazy play from Jay Chronic there, finding all four, and I mean all three, but fourth one earlier, and just, you know, huge plays coming out. West Virginia really needed that, as they need to look to see if they can switch up the momentum here a little bit.
Yeah, we thought, we're going to have a little timeout on the side of West Virginia University. We all thought that it was going to be the Jet there that was the real danger, the real threat. But It was more like a distraction. Everybody looked up to the sky to see the jet raining down knives from above, but did not manage to close up the kill. But there was a deadlock there, able to just pick them all down.
Absolutely. She did get a couple hits with the Blade Storm, so it did find that damage,
Yeah,
which I think
it wasn't
really
useless.
helped Jay Chronic pick up those kills, not having to worry about hitting a headshot every single time. But that final play right from that back spawn push, Spike was right there too, and the Saints were kind of caught off guard as they were trying to rotate out of sight at that last moment.
Yeah. So what do you think? Canadians going off. I know you're hyping them up
Yeah,
earlier.
right now Canadians looking really, really good. As for the Saints, yeah, you know, for Lotus attack, from what I've heard in the past, they're looking really, really solid right now, and I think they just got to kind of keep it going.
Yeah, keep up the momentum. Indeed, this time out, you know, if I was on the side of West Virginia University, you got to take a step back, relax, and try and think honestly of how a way to shut down Canadian here, because he is going off. 12 kills on an Astra, an agent not really known for being hyper aggressive, you know, getting those picks, but nonetheless just setting up such great plays and such great walls. It's tough to contend with. And there's Dinks, loves the op, gonna opt for the op again.
We're going to see that quick flash come out from Jello as it does every round around C. Dink's going to try to make a move here, see if he can get a quick pick. Oh, and he's going to find Gub, trying to get that ult orb really sneakily as they can now make their way and push into the attacker side spawn. We're going to see Taze start to set up his util. Oh, and he's going to also find Canadian. Saints kind of getting stuck in their own spawn right now.
Yeah, and we see West Virginia going very aggressive as we see Enoch's going to find a quick two-piece as he finds Jello and New Meta, and now it's all on the back of Chillin. Going to find one on Enoch's. How can he play this out here? It's going to be really tough as we see now using some utility on the side of West Virginia. Just try to figure it out. And if you're Chillin right now, what do you do in this situation?
You try and save your weapon because you don't want to have to buy one again because they're so very expensive. Try and get some picks as they could probably go hunting for you as they have the lead. Sees one, sprays the wall, but now they know he's waiting in spawn, so they are going to begin to encroach all up on him.
Just gonna run that.
Dinks is watching that corner like a hawk with the op from long.
Chillin gonna start to make a push towards B. It looks like every defender is kind of left, but it looks like Deadlock's gonna come back in and just do a quick little sweep to see what's going on.
Might
As
actually get
he
the
might
plant.
catch Chillin off guard here, or it might be vice versa. Just waiting ever so slowly as the plant looks like it's gonna start going down. Deadlock's gonna hear it and spring right into action. Find that kill on the
Yep.
Chillin, and there's the round. 4-3 now. Something in that timeout worked. There's West Virginia starting to pull themselves back together, saving the operator yet again for Dinks, her favorite weapon. And we are going to see defenders take this third round.
Good try by Chillin on the clutch, but of course, not really much you can do in that situation, especially with the way West Virginia played it. Just holding their crosses, making sure that they just, you know, don't give Chillin any free picks. Of course, you know, they just play back, they play calm, collected, and it pays out for them.
Yeah, it was honestly more so. It was wide open. They had the chance. You might as well go for it. But did not work out for the best. But they do have Viper Pit online here. And all that West Virginia University has to contend with here is Omen ult, which can be very good situationally, but not that great. But here we are, round 7.
Dinks going to push right through with the operator here. Kind of a bit of a move here. He's now down to 10 HP. Chillin going to try to find that final kill to get rid of the op as
It's getting messy.
Dinks and Enox are going to go down.
And a really fast and aggressive attack coming out here from the Saints as they are clearly going for just an all-out A push. And right now the defense reacting, but they are already down 2. We got to see Plant going down from Jello now.
Yeah, that plant is going to bring him 1 point away from an ult, and they also have Viper Pit, so if things get desperate, they're in a very, very good situation. There's Jay Chronic putting out the net, finds 1 pick, finds 2, reloads, is in corner, but he's the last player standing, and there's Jello to close the round out with a quick headshot.
Absolutely. He kind of got stuck back down there at ramp over in the back of sight. And after those first 2 picks, it's hard to hide from any of the rest of the Saints team as he will go down and Saints will extend their lead by 2 yet again. Dink's going to buy the operator again. It looks like West Virginia's, besides Taze, is going to start to go down on Eco as all everybody's kind of forcing now. There's no time to hold any money.
Definitely. But we do have, just like that, we have a lot of ults on the side of West Virginia. So it is going to be an explosive round if they want to make it one. There's the quick little dizzy from Jello there. Inbox. Inox finds one, yeah.
Chronic gonna find Chillin there as New Meta is gonna trade them. Both
Double kill.
actually getting the double kill and bringing this right back to an even round as it's 3 versus 2. We are gonna see Taze take a little bit of damage there as the Saints are gonna start to push up on A, knowing that there's only one defending it right now. But Dinks, we can start to see him pushing around that back site slowly, waiting just to see if he can find that final pick as Saints do start to make their way towards B, it looks like.
They do have a lockdown to play with on the side of Killjoy, so if they need to use it, they could, but maybe you don't want to use it just yet with so many of your players down.
And right now, both Saints, they just have to try to find this plant, but you don't have to rush it. You obviously need to be very wary of your surroundings as Canadian is going to look to do just that. New Meta holding the cross is going to pick off Boltsy. That's a huge pick as it sees that now down to an even 2v2 with Taze, also on low HP. Canadian should be on the challenge here. You should have an idea that there is someone right on the other side. It seems like the challenge is going to come out, but it actually is going to be a double from Taze. Huge play there on the side of West Virginia as they are going to be able to get the clean defuse and the 5-4.
5-4 now as Dinks is still going to get to hold on to this operator. I think that's going to be the story of tonight's game is how long Dinks can hold on to that op for, but he will get to keep it for another round as West Virginia picks that up. Playing slow and safe, best way to go in this game, especially when you know you do have time on your hands, especially as soon as Spike goes down. You know you have about 45 seconds before you have to really start making moves, before that spike starts to go off, and we are going to see Saints kind of reel back and have to save a little bit on this round.
Yeah, they are saving. They have to save here their economy. A little bit of a rough spot here. They have a lot of ults, but they're going to save it for when they have better guns. And there, Dinks with the op once again. And there we are. We're going to see Thrash come out from Inox. Saints find it. They gun it down. He's going to run it back to himself. You know, it's one of those ults you can pick up again or use it. Not too high committal. Just has another chance to use it later in this round.
We will see our Saints kind of split up here. Some starting to make their way towards A. Looks like Chillin's going to want to try and help pick up that ult orb and maybe find the pick onto A to give them the security to push. They're going to put the wall back up. Bolty going to find both of them trying to creep up onto A, and that will put West Virginia into a better advantage this round.
And West Virginia clawing this game back as it was a looking very Saints-sided over the first 6 rounds. But now as we see Dinks finding another one on the op, this is going to be very interesting. How are they going to peek it? They're just going to go straight out. But Jello is just better. He hits the headshot. Canadian with another wallbang onto Enox. You got to see what can Canadian do here in this situation.
He's going to have to rotate out because there's so much pressure mounting there. But he rotates into the wall, but the wall perfectly goes down in time. And they miss the concussion there. Oh, they land another concussion, though. They know where he is. They're using all the util on him as he's the last one alive. But maybe he can clutch this out if he plays perfectly. Oh, he gets caught in the net as well. All the concussions and not enough time. Taze manages to take out Canadian there.
Simply just too much utility on the side of West Virginia to give our last one their fair chance. And, you know, again, it seems like West Virginia, what's really going well for them is they are getting the early man advantage. And they're just kind of playing trades back and forth. And it's working right now. They're playing very slow, very methodical, as you know, would a little more on the defensive side. But obviously right now, it is working out for them. Whatever they're doing right now, the Saints, they're in a little bit of a trough right now. They got to see how they come back out.
The best part of defense is you can just wait. You don't have to do anything. You just have to wait for attackers to make their push, and that is what has helped West Virginia here, is the patience. Again, we're going to see all the Viper util go down towards A and try to find those first couple picks.
Oh, Chillin got hit with the deadlock cage. I don't think any of us saw that, but there we go. Another pick for West Virginia University.
Gov going to get caught off guard by Taze. As Taze does start to put down utility to try and find a couple more. He does know a bunch of Saints are looking for him as we speak, as 3 of them start to push up. Everyone seems to be on the C site right now, though, as Bolty's going to find the pick onto Canadian, and it is going to be a back-and-forth battle here as the Saints try to find and get anything back from this round that they can.
Lockdown flushes him out, but Inox in a really good spot here. He doesn't have to go too far. Still has an angle on the usual plant spot. There he is. They send out the dog, not able to find anything. Jello here in the back. Bolty spraying it down. He knows where they are. Hanging him, and he gets taken out by Dinks with the op. Meta takes out Dinks there. Meta gonna have to rotate out, but not enough time to do so. Bolty bringing this game to 6-5 in West Virginia's favor.
That operator's going to get saved yet again. As we get into our last round of the half, what a close match. It may very well be a 6-6, and we may be looking at some overtime later, but in this last round, Saints unfortunately have to buy cheaper weapons here. They did not quite have the eco to buy fully for this last round, and that could be a huge disadvantage going into this, as we do see 2 Stingers. Although the Stinger is massively underrated, it is nothing compared to an Operator or a Vandal in the long-range game.
They might not have the guns, but they have the ults to play with, so it is gearing up to be an exciting round. It's the last round and a half. They have to give it their all. There's no reason to hold back anymore. Looks like they're going for a C push here. J Chronic holding C. That deadlock util is hard to push forward. We're going to see the Sky ult come out, and it's deciding between a flash. Cage is going to go up. They're going to have to shoot that down. No more wall. There's the Raze ult. Misses the second blast pack, but it's all right. He has it. He's playing really quiet with this Raze ult. Silent explosion. He finds one, but he doesn't find the kill. That's going to be nasty damage.
All the util going to start coming out. There's the Viper Pit on the side of the Saints, going to block off that rotate and allow them to get the plant down, as it is a full 5v5 mosh pit around the C. All the ults coming down at the same time now, as Breach is going to shock a couple of them. We are going to see the first picks go down as Dinks finds Gub after Gub finding Chronic. Dinks going to find a second on a Canadian. Oh my goodness, everything is just happening all at once. 2 versus 2 now. Saints trying to find Dinks here as he does pull out the Blade Storm. Chillin gonna find that pick onto Dinks, and Chillin gonna find the second onto Boltsy, as this is 6-6. Might be the closest game I have yet to watch.
Huge round by Chillin there, being able to get his boys back into it. Awesome stuff there by the Saints as they force that 6-6 out. And it seems like, honestly, for a start, the Saints looking pretty good there, but then we see West Virginia able to just claw themselves back into it very slowly but steadily. But with it all evened out now, it's any man's game.
I think it was all in that break there. They stopped the momentum exactly where they needed to and made this game nearly dead even in skill level. So the Saints are going to have to find something new, see how their defense works. And we are here for an interesting match.
Absolutely. We are going to see a little bit of a different strategy. Without the Viper wall, those A pushes can be really hard for the attacking side, especially with how long and open it is. But we are going to see a little bit of a C push here from West Virginia, as Chillin and Gub are going to be trying to find anything they can.
He's baiting it out.
He's waiting for that first shot to go down.
It seems like, yeah, he's just going to continue baiting here, as it seems like right now West Virginia going to elect to just switch it up, and it seems like they're just going to try to go to the A site right now, as we see the defense of St. Clair just, you know, split up a little bit. They're just trying to look for any signs, seeing where the push is going to come from, but I think they're slowly but surely starting to get the idea of where this is going to happen, and I would say it's going to become pretty chaotic in the next couple of seconds.
There's a Dizzy Flash going to come out and find one. Dinks playing backside with the Frenzy. Doesn't have much range to contend with, but he's right on an Astra Star. And it looks like West Virginia manages to get the plant in time, gets flushed out in time. It doesn't get, the plant doesn't go down actually. It gets interrupted by Gub. Gub going to find one as well. Pneumatic going to find another. Jello going to find one. Inox going to find one. And then the Saints clean it up with a double kill right there. Wow, that moved quickly.
Gecko is such an amazing agent with the fact that you can reuse abilities, reuse that ultimate as well after picking up, but when you send Lil Bro into plant and he gets shot down, you get left with the unfortunate event that the spike is stuck in the middle of site, and that is what happened to West Virginia a little bit there, as Enox did have to go in and try to get the plant down a second time, but it ended up being his demise as all the util came out to prevent him from doing so. And we will see a force buy on the side of St. Clair as they pick up all Spectres and a Bulldog to try and stop this West Virginia push.
Seems like West Virginia lobbying to go for the C push once again, as we do see, however, that there might be a little bit of an interaction closer to the A side, but it seems like no. It's all going to fall back. It seems like C is going to be the main objective here. Concussion's going out as Canadian is disoriented right now. Dinks, a smoke. Can he find? He's going to find Canadian with the first shot. However, New Meta going to find two. Gub going to find another one in Enox. Gub going to find yet another one from Chronic. Huge round from the side of the Saints right there, as Gub finally getting on the board, picking it up a lot. That was what we needed. We needed Gub to pick it up just a little bit, and he shows off right there why he is just on this team. He's doing so good right now on that round. And New Meta, again, just huge plays coming out from the both of them, finding the doubles on both sides.
Definitely, but this round is the round that West Virginia wants to win here. They're investing so much money into it. All the guns are coming out. So the Saints have a tough road ahead of them going into this next round here. Looks like they're gearing up for an A push.
We're going to see all the utils start to come out now. The Breach is going to blind, try to find someone, but it looks like nobody was quite staring at long, as West Virginia is going to be able to make it up to tree door. It looks like we've got Gub and Astra waiting. Canadian is going to find a pick onto Taze as Chronic finds one onto Gub, making it a nice 4-4. Canadian is going to find Boltsy as Chronic finds Canadian. Meta is going to find Chronic. Trade after trade after trade is what's been happening this game.
Quick dodge from Dinks as he's going to try to just play life here. We see Sky trying to see if she can find anything on the scans. And right now, Jello and Dinks, this is going to be the challenge coming out here from Dinks. He has to find two. St. Clair can play trades here. However, are they aware of Enox? No, they're not. He picks off one in Jello, and it seems like he's going to find another one in New Meta. However, Chillin going to trade it out, but the damage almost has been done here. It's going to come down to a 1v1, and it seems like right now, West Virginia, they were on the latter side of the trades. They couldn't afford to play by trades, but all of a sudden a huge play makes into a 1v1. The challenge is going to come out here. Dinks is going to find the head of Chillin, and they're going to pick up another round.
Yeah, what a reversal there by Enox, managing to find those picks right when he needed it, and even with their last remaining member a little bit worse for wear, they managed to close it out with just a little bit of better reaction time.
Although it worked better for them in this past round, if you may have noticed, Spike did get lost in the middle of the site again, and it's something that West Virginia has done a couple times now, has been dropping Spike where Saints have had a clear eye on it and been able to hold it. And when that kind of thing happens, it's very important for the defenders to really hold all their angles to make sure that the plant can't happen.
I do also want to say that while they didn't win the round, they made that a very expensive round for West Virginia. They had to buy Bulldogs, Guardians, not the full buy that you usually see. Looks like they're gearing up for a very aggressive A push here. There's the Thrash coming out, going through the door, going through tree here. Doesn't really see anyone. Everyone goes to high ground to hide from Jaws there. Here they are. Dink's gonna smoke and dash on the site, looking. Gets hit by the molly a little bit, still in mid-site. They have good site control here. He sprays down the smoke, but doesn't find one.
And right now, things looking to get messy. Is Gub going to be on the challenge right now from Taze? They need to try to find a little more of some ground here to gain on the side of St. Clair. Time is running thin now. They need to try to find something. New Meta's going to look to do just that as he tries to pick up one, but Enox with a quick double headshot. He's going to pick up two. He's going to pick up a third. Jello trying to hit the defuse, but Enox is just wiping the entire squad out. Canadian finding one to boot, but he has a lot of work to do. And with the timer running thin, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. He's going to probably have to try to bait a defuse or bait a challenge. Challenge coming out on the other side of Enox, and Enox is going to pick up the quick ace.
Yeah,
ace
amazing
for both teams
ace.
now.
Yeah.
This has been a highly contested game, and you can tell that it is going to be close the whole way, as it is now back to tied again, 8-8. And this second half is going to be just as action-packed as the first, as we can already see that the buys are going to start reeling back, and the Saints again as they go back to their Sheriffs and half shields. And we are going to see those full buys. Although it was an expensive round yet again, Vandals aren't cheap. They aren't cheap. And West Virginia is learning that each round is a couple more of them get picked out, but we are going to see a little bit of a C push go out here from West Virginia.
Seems like Chillin's going to be up against the entire team here, as his team needs to somehow help him out as they try to rendezvous back to give him some support. Right now, West Virginia looking like they see the cross, though. They're going to have to play a little more careful around this as they thought. The potential flank coming out here. We'll see how this shapes up. Chillin going to be able to just stand his ground on C. It seems like the rest of the team is backed up into spawn of side of West Virginia. They're aware of this flank here by Jello, as he's going to try to just see if he can find a pick or two. Challengers are going to come out very soon. Let's see what Jello can do. Misses the shot slightly, hits a couple, but it seems like he's just going to get picked off. Too many bodies in too little time. Taze finding the quick pick off for West Virginia.
They're going to start to make the push towards A, and it looks like Saints are figuring this out as well as they all make the quick rotate to try and get back onto site. But Enox is going to get the plant down with the wingman, but it is going to get taken out yet again, and Spike is stuck on the middle of A site for the third round as Saints start to put down the KJ ult to try and flush West Virginia out and try to waste as much time as possible, so that way the plant can't go down. Canadian going to look towards tree. Utilities all coming out as they're all going to push into tree. Canadian going to get taken out by Taze as Gub finds the trade there.
Yeah. Gub has ult ready. All he has is a sheriff to his name. He's going to have to try and repel this overwhelming offense here. There's a lot he can choose from. He manages to hit himself and no one else. Unfortunate. Inox is going to find one. Inox is going to find another. And Spike goes down at the last second. And there we are. It's all down to one new meta on the side of St. Clair with only 21 health. He manages to find one, though. He doesn't manage to find the other. Inox getting the 3K and closing out the round, bringing this to a lead for West Virginia University here.
Impressive shot out of new meta, but unfortunately not enough health, and well, not a great weapon, not the best weapon of choices. He didn't really have that much of a choice going into it, but of course up against all those ARs, it's not going to end very well for him. Enox, I want to talk about him for a second. He has been the absolute bruiser on the side of West Virginia, racking up 21 kills on 12 deaths. You know, 1 assist as well. It seems like whoever he's hitting, they're probably not going to get out alive on the engagement. As we see now, West Virginia looking for a little more of just a split. They're just trying to read the defense right now as they put a little light pressure onto C and A respectfully, but I think that they're just going to try to lobby back for the C push, and that seems like as of right now that's what's going to happen on the side of St. Clair. They just got to hold their crosses right now, trying to read where people are coming from. However, it seems like Chillin has left the C site, leaving one alone on the C site. We have to see what's going to happen. Canadian going to get taken out by Enox as the support just left. Unfortunate timing there as the push just came in. And things are about to get a little messy.
Yeah, Thrash comes out and gets the kill confirmed for Dinks there. And just like that, West Virginia being able to set up the plant. St. Clair is on the back foot here with only 3 players left. And now they need to make their play now.
We are going to see the Saints start to push from CT as we do see Gub and Canadian start to put, or not Canadian, sorry. As we start to see Gub push in, he's going to find one onto Dinks, but Boltsy's going to find the quick trade. Chronic looking for new meta, and he's going to also find Jello there hiding behind the pole. And West Virginia going to now take a 2-point lead as they take it to 10-8. Another save round going to have to come out here from the Saints. Mostly a save a little bit. They can still afford to buy some better but not completely cheap weapons, but it looks like they're all going to go sheriffs, and the Saints are going to call a timeout, a much needed timeout.
I completely
as it looks
agree
like
with this.
The momentum is really taking a shift towards West Virginia.
Yeah, I completely agree with Patrick there. Great call on the timeout there. West Virginia just running away with it right now, taking such a huge lead economy-wise and just gameplay-wise, just landing all the shots. All their plans are working. Saints need to step back, think about what are we doing wrong? What are they doing right? How can we stop that? How can we change our plans?
Absolutely. Enox has been a very big momentum player for West Virginia right now, finding those doubles, triples, and even finding his ace in this half, really helping them bring up all the gameplay that they kind of missed in that first half and now pushing it onto the Saints in the second half.
And I have to say, right now, I think the what the Saints have to do is you got to find a way to shut down Enox. He is taking the lobby and making it his own right now, and I think that's just step one. You got to find a way to kind of kill the momentum right now on the side of West Virginia. It's going to be interesting to see what they come up with.
Absolutely, we are going to see a lot of ultimates on the side of West Virginia. We do have the Blade Storm, the Fault Line from Breach, and we are also going to have the Deadlock, all which has gotten quite a few people on the same side so far, but Chillin's going to find that first pick as Dinks finds 2 to trade onto Chillin and Gubs, and now West Virginia's going to make their push onto A.
And this is what they've been doing so well. They're able to find this man advantage early and often as they look to see what the attackers are going to do on the side of West Virginia. Let's see what St. Clair has cooking. They're going to try to take this engagement onto Dinks. Does he know? Yes, he does. He finds one, but he's not going to find the second. This Canadian trades out Jello. Taze way up close with the shotgun, finding Canadian. Couple of shots here and there. New Meta going to find one onto Chronic. Trades going back and forth. But now, New Meta having to clutch the 1v2 scenario. Let's see if he finds it. No, he will not. Taze already holding the cross. He knew exactly where Meta was going to go with this push. That seems like right now, West Virginia picking up another round.
That is how I expected that round to go, though. St. Clair did not have the money to play with there. They all had to kind of force by sheriffs and the such. So this is the round on which that timeout, we'll see if that paid off or not. 11-8. They need to start turning this around here. But West Virginia University has 4 ults on the board right now. It's going to be a very, very tough claw back to even this out.
Absolutely, and Saints with only 2 ults at their disposal right now, and only 2 more rounds for West Virginia to take this game. We are going to start to see West Virginia make that 8 push. It has been working. Chillin going to find the first pick onto Enox. Huge pick right there, taking out the top player, and hopefully getting that momentum shift for this round to try and bring it back, as we do see Chronic possibly missing where he was meant to throw that barricade, kind of blocking off their path on A, and it looks like they're going to have to make their way towards B. But that door is not quiet at all, and Saints are ready for it, as Gub is going to send out the paint shells and the boom bot, try and get some intel to see if they are pushing in. Dink's going to be waiting there to see if he can bait out a couple Saints players as they do start to make their way kind of around the backside. Boltsy going to get picked off by Canadian. They are going to start to push through the Saints spawn, try and find another site, but they are stuck at this A, and it looks like they are going to be able to get the plant down.
And right now, St. Clair stacking up. It seems like they're unaware of this A push. However, they were on B. Now they are aware. Spike has been planted A. They all funnel around, and this is going to be back and forth here. They have the man advantage, and of course, huge as they pick off Enox, the first man. It's going to be interesting to see how West Virginia take this. We're going out, and it does get the flash. Dinks throwing out the smoke, but Gub's able to pick him off. So the Gub right now playing really aggressive. As he's going to see, can he find him on the lip of the jump? Yes, he can. New Meta and Canadian helping him out with that Chronic to find one, but it doesn't matter as Chronic gets picked off in the back as St. Clair take this round on the defense.
Yeah, great defuse, great plays all around, and I don't know what was up with Dinks there. He set up the smoke in the blind, and it was very, very aggro. Walked right into the hail of bullets. It's smoke, not a wall, but we'll see. You know, they're winning. They're winning. I can't criticize them too much. Mistakes happen, but here we are.
Absolutely. The timeout must have worked, though, for the Saints, because they now have found their round and hopefully found the momentum to try and pull this back to bring it to a win, if not into overtime. It could be a close one, 11-9 now. West Virginia only up by 2 rounds. They're going to start to make a C push again. The Blade Storm is going to come out, and Jet is going to go flying in. They coincide, and we cannot wait to see what happens. Lil Bro going to lose the spike early. Did Deadlock manage to catch someone? Yes, he did.
No.
As Gub, yet again, is getting caught. But he is going to get saved by Canadian, but eventually traded out by Chronic here.
Big flash. Manages to blind the whole team. Dinks only has 1 knife left to his name. He has to land this one if he wants to get a refill here. He's going to push through the smoke, play very close with the shotgun. Smoke comes out, blind comes out. Enoch's going to find one, by the way. Things are moving quickly. West Virginia gets the spike down. St. Clair, back foot on the door here. It's not a great spot to be in.
And again, it's just been the story of this entire match, but West Virginia coming out with the really early 2-man advantage yet again. It seems like they're always able to find these quick picks to give them the advantage later on in the round so they can just play trades out. However, huge play by New Meta and Jello. However, Boltsy is going to change that. Never mind, Canadian's going to pick up the 2. It's on a 1v1. Smokes down. He's going to try to bait the defuse. Where can he find his man? Can you see this right now? Canadian, no, not quite. As Taze able to walk through the smoke. Careful as can be, finding the headshot on the planter. West Virginia taking that round, going on a match point now on Lotus.
That could have gone very well for Canadian. Just checking the wrong side of that smoke for the first time after the baited plant. Saints now need to find another way to try and bring this back as they are now 3 rounds down on match point. Hopefully they can do something. We are going to see all the eco come out here. Everything spent. Looking like my bank account after payday, truthfully. But we do see one stinger. We do see one stinger out there, and not looking good for the Saints here. But they are going to do everything they can.
Thinks he runs in the concussion there. There's the Astro Stars. He's going to have to play very carefully, very quietly. There's a smoke going to come out. Jay Chronic going to throw the net. Far backside. Nope, he decides against it. Canadian playing very close up. I don't think he knows. One's behind him. Dinks doesn't manage to find it. And Canadian gets taken out there. Canadian going to find the triple, though. And when he gets blinded and taken out by Enox, it's a 2v3 situation. St. Clair should win this. They have spiked down on C, but he gets taken out. Chillin takes one out, and it's all down to Enox here. It's the last man standing, but he's the best man on the team. Got to be a little bit nervous here, especially when you're up against their star player. Enox.
And with the dog coming out from Sky, comms should be going out. They should have a good idea right now of where Enox possibly is. Seeing if he can wrap himself around the C site. Needs to find a couple of picks here to get back in the game. He's going to find a first challenge, but it's not going to come quite cleanly as he's not going to find the shots. Needs to either attempt a re-peek or bait the plant out. 35 seconds, he can't take too long. And with the pressure mounting, Cross is being held. Gub's going to find that final pick. St. Clair staying alive.
Absolutely. Hopefully they can find something here. They don't have much to play with when it comes. They can't do this back and forth. You take one round, I take one round. This is it. Saints have to win the next 2 rounds to try and continue this game any further and push it to overtime, because it is match point. All teams spending everything they have. There's nothing to waste here. We are going to see a couple ultimates on the side of the Saints here. We do have the Astra ultimate still and the KJ ult, which is great for sweeping out sites. But will it be enough to keep West Virginia from taking this match?
Twitch Bolty starting off this round very aggressively, TPing for the door here on A. Play very fast and very close to the wall here. Very, very quietly. He sees ahead, but there. Now Gub is ready to face him down. Twitch Bolty goes for the challenge, but he loses it against Gub. Manages to land the headshot there. There's Taze. Going to rotate out with his team. Play a little bit further back and try and play for picks here as they are down 1 man.
St. Clair, you can play trades, but you don't want to mess this up. You have the first pick. You can run off of it. A lot of util going down on the side of, well, both teams, honestly, throwing down a lot of stuff right now. 56 seconds on the clock. It's going to have to come down to crunch time. Dinks able to find one onto Canadian. Going to smoke out. Let's see what else he can find. A lot of stuff going out there. Gub with a huge play on the Rays. Grenade launcher finding 2 on the Dinks and Enox. And New Meta finding another one on the Taze right here. 3v1. The Saints have Chronic right where they want him. Comms going out. They know where he is. Chilling with the final headshot to put him down. Jello with the defuse. Saints forcing an overtime.
Not quite.
Oh, not quite. Sorry.
Not quite.
Oh,
They're
no.
close.
Sorry, miscom by me. They're close, obviously. But 1 round away. Very possible now on the side of the Saints.
They are pushing, and we are going to see a timeout here come now from West Virginia. Their last timeout they can use. A very much needed timeout, because the last thing they want to do is take Saints to OT, especially since that can go any way whatsoever, since it's been quite evenly matched, offense and defense sided for both teams.
Yeah, it seems though, it's very sweepy, you know? So I don't think we'll be in for a long overtime if we do go to overtime. It hasn't been like one round. It's like, I take 6 rounds, you take 6 rounds, you know?
Yeah, and my mistake there. Sorry.
No,
I thought they were already
you
on
didn't make a
one.
mistake.
Yeah, my
You
fault,
are
my
right.
fault,
It
my
is
fault.
neck and neck.
Best of us.
But right now, they definitely have the momentum right now to carry it in. And off this timeout, you know, we got to see what's West Virginia scheming here. They got to try to get this map under, obviously, first map, huge controls. It's going to have to force the Saints to win the next 2 to win the series.
This has to be a perfectly thought out play, especially on attack. They don't have much time. They don't have the time with defense. They are kind of on the crunch here, as we are going to see. They will opt to set up to buy everything they can, though they are a little low on the economy now after Saints taking those last couple rounds, buying a couple Bulldogs and Guardians, and there's the lovely Stinger yet again. But Saints kind of in a better position now, having forced those eco buys the last couple rounds and forcing West Virginia to waste money round after round. It could leave it could very well go into an overtime, as we do see West Virginia gonna start to set up a little bit on A, but still playing slow as per usual.
It seems like right now on the side of West Virginia, they're looking like they're going to try to go for a C take. However, St. Clair already stacking up a lot of pressure here. They might have an idea, but it seems like right now, yeah, they're just kind of sitting around. They have an idea that they want to go for the C take, and they are going to be correct on that assumption. Gonna see how this one plays out. First pick here going to be huge. Chilling not on full HP. They already have a little bit of an HP advantage on the side of West Virginia. Utility going down. Dinks is going to find the first one on the Chillin. Canadian with another onto Enox. Dinks with another one on the Gub. Canadian with 2 more. Jello with another.
Down, C.
It's a huge round from the Saints. Can they find the final kill? Not quite there. As Chronic finding Canadian. He has the spike. He needs to try to make a play here. 44 seconds left on the clock. The crosses are out. The flash is up. Trying to plant the spike. Do they know? Not quite enough. Not quite fast enough. And it seems like they're going to be able to have the plant down on C. Chronic able to make it out in time, and now he's going to try to hold, but it's going to be a very, very difficult hold. One's going to bait the defuse, the other one starting with the cover, and the cover is going to be found. New Meta finding the final one under Chronic. Now we have overtime. As the Saints get the defuse off, 12-12 as they come back.
Absolutely. Although they did win, I am shocked that
Switching sides.
he was able to make it out of that Killjoy ult in time. That's
1 second left on the clock.
1 second left, and that could have, I mean, it could have guaranteed the round regardless, but now I'm just flabbergasted by what I just saw. But now we are in overtime. All the money in the world at everyone's disposal. No more needing to save or to buy stingers. Ops might be not favorable since you do have to sacrifice the full shield for it, and maybe an ability or two. However, this could be very interesting, seeing both teams at their fullest, going against each other head-to-head, trying to find 2 rounds in a row.
Saints do have to start out here on attack, though, first. So they have to play fast, play aggressive, and get those picks, and make sure their plan works. Haven't been on attack in a while here, too. So both teams are readjusting their game plans and have to make out what is going to work. It looks like they're gearing up for a C push here.
We are going to see the common util go down on A from Viper, but like you said, a C push and a fast and heavy one as Gub is going to fly in, try to find a pick. Jello going to find the first one on Dinks as Boltsy finds Gub. Canadian going to find Boltsy. Taze going to find Canadian. Trade after trade after trade. Here we go. Chillin' going to find Taze there. Meta, almost getting, getting caught off guard, trying to put an alarm bot down. Enox going to find a triple and take this first overtime round for West Virginia.
Unfortunate on the side of the Saints, obviously. The man just gets caught lacking just a little bit.
He's placing the turret down.
Yeah, Enox able to find one through the animation, unfortunately, and then able to find the other 2. Huge play on the side of West Virginia, and it seems like right now, for both teams, kind of having that one huge player on the side of St. Clair, obviously, in Canadian, and right now Enox on the side of West Virginia. Gonna see who can come out victorious here as we get into this next round.
Absolutely, we do see Canadian still holding the top of that leaderboard with 29 kills, looking to make it 30, and Enox on the other side with 27, looking to make it 30. We are going to see a B push. Gub just turning away as they were about to walk straight into him. We are going to see a 4-person push here onto B, but will the Saints be ready for it?
Yeah, Raze has a lot of stopping power here with that grenade. If they time it right, could be a massive delay here, but looks like they're going to opt to play retake here as they almost get to play it. Taze takes out 1. Good grenade there, good molly. Taze gonna find 1 as well, and looks like they're about to plant the spike here. New Meta playing back. Dinks sees it through the smoke, but New Meta gonna find 2 there. 1 with the molly, 1 with the bullets, and Chillin' trying to prevent the plant here. New Meta gonna find a 4K, and it's all down to 1. New Meta could find his first ace here in this series.
Boltsy gonna have to come in here and try to get rid of the lockdown, but he is gonna get taken down by Canadian. He's gonna stop the ace from New Meta, unfortunately, but Saints are gonna pick up this round, going into yet another overtime.
Huge round, huge hero play from New Meta, stepping up when it's needed. 13-13. This game is anyone's to claim right now. Canadian getting his 30 bomb. Let's see if he can add more to that tally. New Meta not too far behind on the 22. They're both looking very good so far this game.
Yeah, it looks like They are neck and neck here. We could be here for a long time. Both teams are very, very evenly matched. So we'll see how Saints on Attack didn't go great the first time. Or wait, did they win?
The first couple rounds were quite something else. They were able to pick up that 4 in a row, but after the first time out from West Virginia, they did lose their momentum to make it a 6-6. Gub going to find that first pick on a Bolty there, and he's going to fly straight into B site. And it looks like Saints are going to dominate the site, try to get the plants down. As Enox goes down by New Meta, Jello going to get the plant down.
And right now, as the Saints looking to get the plant down, they have the man count that they want. Just having to hold crosses here. Taze with a quick kill, but Gub to trade him out. It seems like right now, St. Clair, they have a lot of control. Chronic, just as I say that, able to take out Chillin. 3v2. What can the Saints do? Can they just simply find it? No, Dinks is going to be able to take out Jello, but Gub able to trade it right back. 2v1 right now on the side of Chronic. He needs to clutch. Utility coming out. And right now, we see Gub on the launcher. What can he do here? Is he going to play aggressive? No, the wall is just blocking him off. He's going to shoot it right onto the fuser. Smart play as it delays a lot of time and the plant, but he's going to be on low health, and Chronic able to pick him off.
Ooh,
Having to bait the defuse right now is Chronic, but New Meta able to swing just in time, taking that round for Saints.
I don't know if you caught that, but Gub was in the middle of switching weapons there. Right as the other guy pushed him, so it's just so unfortunate. He might have been able to get the pick there, but...
Saints getting caught with these animations at the worst timing possible.
Gotta come to Smash class and learn about frame advantage and all that.
Absolutely, absolutely. But Saints are going to take that round and take the advantage here in the second overtime. Canadian now dropping the 30, and New Meta not too far behind. This could be a high kill game for both teams, but the neck and neck, it's incredible. And as we see SEC on defense now, it's going to be interesting to see if they can hold down this round and take the second to take this first match.
And I must say, St. Clair doing a really good job so far of eliminating Enox from the plays right now. He's been stuck at 27 for a little while right now, as the last couple of rounds, just being able to find that man advantage. This wall's going down here. Canadian, what are you looking at right now? What can you find? Not really much, just surveying right now, looking for a quick challenge, but nothing going to happen on the side of that. St. Clair looking like they're stacking a lot of people onto the A site, and that's exactly what's going to be happening. Smoke down as we get into this messy, what should be a bunch of messy trades coming out in the last few seconds.
Absolutely. Trying to look for a push onto A here. West Virginia kind of getting stuck in tree. They are going to try and rotate back out, or at least fake it looks like.
Nope.
As Dinks is going to start to make his way out, and they will try to make their way towards another site. Most of Saints kind of caught up on A here.
Yeah, it's looking like a real rotate out of here. And it looks like they're going to go for the wide rotate over the C. Try and confuse the Saints here.
30 seconds left.
And they only have 30 seconds left on the clock to make a play.
That door giving away a lot of positioning for West Virginia. Saints now all sprinting towards C as they know that this is a 5-man push. Chillin going to find that first pick onto Bolty. Going to try to look for the next couple as he sends out a couple snake bites. Enox is going to get the plant down with 10 seconds left.
With the spike planted now, it's going to have to be a huge retake from St. Clair. Let's see how they're going to play this one out. They have the slight man advantage right now as there's no Omen on the side of West Virginia. However, huge plays coming out of the side from West Virginia. Jello able to find one to boot in Chronic, but Tay's going to trade him back out. Canadian finding one on the Dinks, but Enox able to trade out Canadian. As just unfortunate there, it just seemed like, honestly, they had the man advantage, they had everything that they wanted, but West Virginia, a little bit of hero play coming out, and they just simply take the round off of them.
Absolutely. We're now in our third overtime. This has been nothing but close this whole game. We were talking earlier about how it's been given, you take six, I take six, but all of a sudden now it's, hey, let's just go back and forth 1 for 1, and it seems like both teams are hugely offense-sided on this map, as it has just worked in both teams' favor, and we are going to see Saints now with another attempt at it to see what they can do.
It seems very attack-sided as well. Each team who plays attack seems to win every single time, so it's really who gives up the better defense here. This time it's West Virginia's turn to prove that they are stalwart defenders.
Absolutely. We are going to see a little bit of the A setup go down as per usual, but Saints are going to make their way towards C. Might catch an unsuspecting Dinks here as he's waiting to find a first pick. He's going to find it onto Gub. That is spiked down, and he has got a little bit of intel. He's going to be able to get out of there, not without taking a few bullets first. But Saints still holding steady. They know that the rotate is most likely coming. And sure enough, West Virginia's going to hold steady as they know the rotate's coming. Or do they? As Saints start to kind of re-push back up onto C here. Taking it slow, but West Virginia holding their ground on that defense.
Yeah, they have 2 up on C right now, so it's not the best site to push here. But everything's getting very, very intense here. The entire team is mounted for a C push here. Twitch is ready for the blind, but they've managed to find him through the wall. Chillin finds 1. Dink's gonna find another. Dink's gonna find 3 here. And he gets taken out by Chillin. But Tay's watching the corner. He managed to take out Spike Carrier, and it's all down to Chillin here. He has to win this here, or this could be very, very disastrous for the Saints. He puts down the snake bite.
He needs to make a play right now, and it's just simply not going to happen. Enox, the man who's been there for West Virginia the entire game, able to close that one down, putting West Virginia up 15-14.
And now that is our first defense win in overtime, and that could be the game changer right there, as we know that their attack has been nothing but amazing this entire game. We hope to see that the Saints can really lock down this defense and bring us to another overtime. We are going to see the first operator buy of overtime. Dink's going to sacrifice the shield here, and
he's on attack.
Smoke.
He's opping on attack as well.
Oh. Yeah,
which is a very interesting play.
Might be the move here. Might be the move, but Chillin going to try and hold them down, making a one-way smoke there. West Virginia going to have to hold steady and try to wait for that first pick. Saints aren't going to give up anything.
And it seems like right now West Virginia just kind of chilling in their spawn right now as they kind of think about where do we want to set up this attack. Dinks on the op, missing that first shot onto what was probably Chillin on the challenge. They're going to look for a C push right now. Not much support on the side of the Saints either. Smoke going down though, and Chillin should be calming to his team right now as they do set up a little more support right now. Yep, and there they come. They're all kind of funneling towards C. However, while this is going to happen, there's not going to be a lot of pressure up on C. Chillin checking that right now, and now he knows that this is going to be a rotation. Seems like West Virginia going to A side right now, and the Saints 2 in the top. They realize that this is probably going to happen. Chillin just confirming as if the C push isn't going to happen, and right now they're just trying to set up cross angles. However, it must be said, West Virginia has this site under their control. Enox with the quick plant. It's going to be panic stations right now on the side of the Saints. Going to probably be a couple of messy trades coming out here. Jello getting ready, sending out the scans, but is he going to find anyone on this beast? I don't think so. Well, he knows some positioning of some of them. And now with this said and done, it's going to be trades coming out. Smoke's coming down. Utility being sent out. A couple of flashes here and there. Tay's going to find a first one onto Canadian. Good headshot. He's going to find another one on a new meta. And Dinks is going to find the op shot onto Chillin. Gub going to get taken out by Boltsy as well. Boltsy going to clean up.
And that is West Virginia University winning out our game 1.
Flawless round 2 at the end there. What a way to finish that. Couldn't have scripted it better myself.
Exactly, just ending it flawlessly. They played amazingly, but both teams neck and neck. So I'm really, really excited for the next game.
I know, especially 15-13. That's quite a lengthy overtime there. Fingers do get a little bit tired. But based on that positioning of the spike in that final play, West Virginia had the perfect way of defending that and holding it, being able to use all their utility to stop the Saints from getting anywhere near the spike, and eventually that led to their demise being picked off one by one. And Dinks with the operator at the end clearly made the difference, and that is what led them to that victory, in my opinion.
Yeah, Dinks' little secret weapon in his back holster there. He's saving that. What were you going to say, Patrick?
I was going to say, I think the story of this game is going to be Dinks holding onto that operator for so long. And I think the other thing is, as well, Enox, right? Just round after round, it seemed like West Virginia was able to get the first pick up on the Saints with a man advantage. More times than none, fueled by Enox, just having a little bit of trouble shutting him down. And but you got to give credit where it's due to West Virginia. They played a great game.
Yeah, they played a great game indeed, but not to count out the Saints there. They played a great game
Absolutely.
as well. Canadian
Yeah.
getting the ace was amazing. Just so early into, I think it was the 4th round, getting the ace and just consistently getting those picks, even when you're not on a duelist too, is also impressive as well.
Astra of all ages.
Yeah, Astra, not really known for being hyper aggressive, but you know, it's always the agents that surprise you that sometimes get the most kills.
Yes, absolutely.
But here we are, NECC Legends. That was game 1. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna be here in game 2 very, very, very soon. As soon as after a little quick break, we'll be right back.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing. C. One enemy remaining.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to NECC Legends Division Valorant. Here we are, St. Clair College Academy versus West Virginia University. We are here in Game 2 on Bind. St. Clair starting on defense. We see new meta on the Chamber, Gub on the Raze, Chillin again on the Viper, Jello on the Sky again, and Canadian switching it up with a Brimstone. We're seeing a very similar comp on the enemy team. Exact same comp, actually, from West Virginia.
Absolutely. There must be some sort of meta here
Yep.
behind this setup for Bind, especially with both teams taking it. But all agents that they've selected, quite frequent picks on this map, especially Sky just being kind of the go-to healer and initiator for both teams in any map whatsoever. But Brim being now picked for both as kind of the smoke options instead of the Omen, a little bit interesting. Probably a couple good lineups for the Molotov there for post plants especially.
Definitely. And I know Chamber always has some tricky stuff with those quick TPs, all those setups. So should be pretty good. But it's definitely looking more like a defensively sided comp, especially with the Chamber. So I think St. Clair will edge out with a lead here. But we won't know until we go into game here and see how pistol round goes. Patrick, off the last game, what are you thinking for this game? Have any guesses?
I mean, I will say, Bind defensive map sided, obviously. St. Clair's starting on the defense. Hopefully they started off strong. They need to win both these next games if they want to take this series. And, I mean, they got a long way to climb. But if it's going to be any team to do it, it's going to be these guys right here. Let's go and get into some predictions. I think St. Clair take it with a score of 13-10.
Ooh, another close game.
Yeah.
Another close game, but not OT this time.
Not OT.
Yeah.
I could definitely see OT this game. These teams are definitely neck and neck when it comes to skill level. And based on the last game from what we saw, it could very well go that way again. However, who wins?
Finally, the loading screen's done. Sorry, I just want to comment on how long that was.
Yeah, someone's having a little trouble, but hopefully it doesn't affect us too much. We do see some pings a little bit spiking on West Virginia side, but that's neither here nor there. We have a great game underway as now we see Saints starting on defense first. We'll see how this if this could favor them in this match versus the last match. Bind kind of can go both ways. There are plenty of opportunities to rotate very quickly, especially with those teleports set up in the middle and around the sides. And there's a lot of nifty little pathways for teams to kind of work their way around and try to find the flanks. But we do see West Virginia, looks like they're going to go for a B push here. Very common push within this map, as we do see most of the Saints are also pushing up on the side of A, trying to start that early flank already, but little they know Chamber's got some stuff waiting for them to try and catch them off guard.
Looks like they're pushing
And
here.
a huge push into B here as we see the Viper in a little bit of trouble, and we're gonna see how can St. Clair kind of retake here, as they've just kind of rushed it. They've taken it by storm.
Going for a flank
and,
here.
Gonna be interesting on how they get it done. Canadian with a pick onto Dinks to start it out. He's at a pretty good position right now as he does have high ground. Boltsy gonna get the plant down. Kills are gonna start running out. Gub with a quick two-piece. Gub gonna find a triple. Can he find another one? Canadian with one onto Enox, and that's gonna be it. Quick pistol round on the side of the Saints. Getting it done in clean fashion. Huge boost to the economy on what should be the swing round now.
Flawless
See if
round.
the Saints can get it going to hopefully in the next round, as we'll get in. They're obviously going to have the advantage when it comes to guns.
Absolutely. We talked about it hundreds of times before. Winning these pistol rounds, winning these first 2 rounds in particular is extremely important, not only for economy, but for how the game shapes out, especially when you can force like this and start to see a couple Vandal and a Phantom come out from the 2 top fraggers on the team. It's very important to see how they utilize these and if they can continue to hold on to them for the next couple rounds.
I just want to say amazing flank from the Saints there. The entire team, such coordination. But here we are on Bind, on B here. He finds the pick. They didn't buy armor, so that's going to be a quick shot with the Marshall. Gub going to find another just like that. It's a 3v5. Virginia going to have a tough time.
And obviously with the Saints taking out Enox their last game, he was kind of running the lobby for West Virginia. Going to be hard to do without him. Let's see if anybody else from West Virginia can step up, though, to take the place. Obviously, Jello Trying to hold this cross here. It seems like right now on the side of West Virginia, they're looking to try to engage onto the B site. But St. Clair having the numbers, they already know where this is coming from. Jello with one on the headshot to Boltsy, and Gub finding another boot as well. Taze in a horrible situation here in what should be, as probably most people predicted, Saints coming out with a quick 2-0.
Taze kind of being in a tricky spot here. He's got half health. He's going to get spotted by that Sky. They are all going to start to... Oh, he's going to find the first kill onto Chillin there. Will he find the next 4? Oh, and he's going to be taken out by Gub as the Saints take their second round in a row, still holding on to those weapons and now able to push all the way. But West Virginia obviously now able to buy their Vandals and Phantoms themselves. It'll be interesting to see how they utilize the better weapons of the game in this third round here.
Yeah, we're seeing the rifles come out, and I just want to say, Gub starting it off strong. 2 rounds in, 6 kills. He was not very that explosive on the last game, but here he is. He seemed to found the energy he needs, and here we are looking for an A push on the side of West Virginia. There's a combat stim here. Doesn't manage to find a kill though. Gub gonna take out Taze. Get a little knocked up with the snake bite there. There they are, moving back to backside on A.
They are gonna still continue with this A push. Bolt's gonna find a couple picks there. Enoch's gonna find one of his own, completely flipping this round on its head as Saints are now in a 1v4 situation.
Yeah.
Boltsy finds his third, and now we have Chillin left, starting to push in through CT, trying to find something. They are gonna know exactly where he's coming from, as he is stuck with a Sheriff in a very tough predicament. He's gonna find a Vandal to pick up, but he is still outnumbered here as all of West Virginia is watching every site, and Dinks is going to find the pick onto him as West Virginia takes their first round in this match.
They heard the one bullet, and they all came out of the woodwork, all looking at him like he dropped the glass in the silent room.
Exactly.
Huge round coming out there from Boltsy, and I will say West Virginia, you know, like you guys said, they just completely flipped the round on St. Clair there. You know, once they found their picks, all they had to do was just simply watch the crosses, and there was simply nothing that Chillin can do about it.
Absolutely.
And Gub playing so well. He has ult already with 7 kills on the board. Only in round 4 here. So Saints still have rifles. They had to buy light shields, but it's looking like a very good round for them if they play their cards right.
Absolutely. We can see a couple lineups from the Viper here as she drops that orb onto site in the perfect plant spot and already has the wall ready for their entry. They are going to play a little bit slower here, not really taking the shower route. Wall's going to go up and dogs are going to go out as they try to get some intel. They're going to find out that U-Haul is clear, and they are going to make a quick push into that to try and catch the Saints off guard. But it does look like Spike is kind of hanging around back towards spawn, and it looks like it's actually going to make its way towards B. A little bit of a throw off here by sending all that util on A, but Saints are holding strong on their defense. Not going to get tricked anytime soon.
Seems like right now West Virginia in a little bit of an interesting scenario. It seems like they're definitely trying to go for the B push, but as for right now, they don't have too much time. They have 45 seconds left to go. They need to make something happen. And St. Clair going to find the first one. Chillin, headshot onto Taze. We see Gub with that launcher out. Not going to find anybody there.
Ever so slightly too slow. Looks like they're going to rotate over to A. Take it away, sorry.
No, it's okay, it's okay. I was just going to comment on, the fact that West Virginia now electing to go for the rotate. Canadian's going to find the first, but he's going to be traded out by Chronic. Another challenge coming out on the other side. New Meta are going to find one on a Boltsy. Spike planted on the side of West Virginia. St. Clair going to have to retake here.
Absolutely. Enoch's in a good spot here at U-Haul, being able to watch Heaven. They're going to find that first pick on the Gub, send the flashes out and try and delay these last couple Saints from getting onto site. But will they figure out and see that Chillin gonna find that pick onto Enox, and now in a 1v3 situation trying to hold the spike. Is he gonna be able to do it? He's gonna find one pick, but quickly get traded out by Chillin as Saints take another round here, gonna be able to go up by 2 and extend this match. This could be the match for them.
Yeah, they definitely did not want to lose that round there as they invested so much util and guns into that one. So great win by the Saints, bringing it to 3-1. Looks like they have the advantage here. But that didn't hurt West Virginia's economy very hard. They have enough to buy some pretty powerful weapons. And they do have Brimstone ult and Sky ult to play with, so I would say West Virginia is looking pretty good in their next attempt to plant the spike here.
Absolutely, and Saints not too far off from having a couple of ults of their own. That Brim ult can be ever so powerful in stopping plants from going down, as well as clearing out whole sections in the map. And of course, we also know that the Viper ult is going to be huge on this map as well for holding off complete sites. And here comes the first Brim ult from the side of West Virginia to try and get anyone away from the shower. It's not going to find anybody though, and so does the Sky ult, trying to find any intel. It's going to find all three. It's going to give them plenty to work with, but will they be able to find any? Tate's going to find that first pick onto Canadian, and it's kind of starting to go a little bit slow again, but every player, almost every player, is going to be on this A site trying to figure out what to do here.
Tensions are mounting up here. The spike is down. Plays need to start to be made. A dog finds him. He's concussed. He gets taken out by Chillin. Jello going to find another. There they are. All in U-Haul and one coming down the lane to support his team. He's on the box. Inox finds one. Jello finds another. Inox finds another. Jay Chronic finds another as well. Jello gonna get a 3K. And it's 1v1. Both players very, very hurt. Spike is down. Time is ticking. It's all down to the wire here. And Jay Chronic able to get the wall bang and close out this round for West Virginia.
And it just seemed like Chronic there just had the slight peak advantage over the box, and it just seems like Jello's stuck in a really tough situation. Both players low on health, obviously very, very, very volatile challenge, and just simply not going to go in the way of the Saints, sadly. However, I will say right now, Gub looking very good still. I think that he is doing a lot better than he was the first game so far. He's looking to be picking it up a little more, and it's looking good for the Saints. And I think the Saints as a whole right now throughout this game, they're looking pretty good. Their kills, no one's really going all that much negative. They're all just kind of finding their picks, and they're all kind of covering each other well. Taze gonna find one on the Chillin' though as we get underway.
Yeah, the Saints did have to save this round as they don't have the funds to buy it much. Taze gonna get the showstopper online here, trying to find a pick here. Going really quiet into the back line here. They want to try and find one. They shoot the rocket. I don't think it hits anybody. Going to send a grenade down there to stop the rotate while Jay Chronic is getting the plant down.
Intel going to come out as all the utilities coming out now after the spike goes down. Saints going to make their way onto the site and try and find a couple picks, but Dinks is going to find one onto Canadian. Maybe looking for a second here through the smoke. Enox is going to find one on, Taze is going to find one on the meta, and Dinks is going to find his third of the round onto Gubs. And they close it out, bringing this right back to a 3-3. Yet again, a close game.
Yeah, just as it looks like the Saints are running away with it, West Virginia able to take this way back here, 3-3. But now the Saints finally have the guns to contend with. They have a lot of ults on the board. They have Viper Pit, they have Sky ult, and they have Brim ult as well, which is a very, very scary ultimate to play against when you're trying to plant that spike down default.
Absolutely, we do see that Dinks does have his... he's actually going to pull the ultimate out right away. We did see him with that operator in the last match. We'll see how he does with Chamber this round, bringing out the Tour de Force to see if he can find a couple easy picks onto B long here. It doesn't seem like any of the Saints are willing to peek that, knowing that he has it out. We're going to see lots of kills go down here, bringing it down to a 3-on-3 here for both sides. Spike not quite making its way towards any particular site right away. Still trying to find perfect opportunities.
I think it's definitely looking like an A push though. They have a lot of investment there, but they might go for the rotate as they do have the Chamber ult. Locking down B right now. Here's Inox looking for a push down A main. He's checking these corners very carefully. SCC Canadian holding it down in the corner there. I think we heard the dog come out, but I don't think it found anything. Chillin playing U-Haul here. He knows they're probably going to push A main. He sees the bird. He's going to play very carefully in the corner. He hears the teleport. Saints are going to have to rotate. It's all down to Jello here. They don't land the shot immediately, but they manage to close it out with the headshot. Now it is a 2v3.
30 seconds left.
Two ults on the board here. There is the Brim ult flushing out sight, bringing him down to 60 HP. He is so low, and the snakebite lands as well. Chillin going to close out the kill with a headshot. And there they are. They shot at each other, but it's not over yet. 3-3. You definitely want to win this round and bring this to an advantage for your team. This is the breaking point.
And we got to see how St. Clair is going to play retake now. Chillin is going to find one right now into Enox, and it's going to come down to the Chamber versus Chillin. What can he find here? He sees the peak. He sees the man. but it's simply not going to come down to play on the side of St. Clair. West Virginia able to take that one.
I think he was expecting the tour de force there, trying to challenge the long range at a close range, but you can just as easily put that in your pocket and bring out the rifle, which he did there. That is a very, very tough round to win. But there we go. We got Inox with the Sky ult still in the pocket, and now they have the Viper Pit as well.
Dink's playing a very effective chamber there, setting up the teleporter to be ready at his disposal for him to get out of that site quickly and be able to reposition himself. And as we do see West Virginia start to push up onto B a little bit here, they're going to make their way towards Hookah with Chillin and Sky waiting.
Chamber does have the tour de force on the side of the Saints, so we might see some good work from him there. Just as they all push through Hookah, Jello has his work cut out for him. He's the only one here on A, B, I mean. He gets the flash, finds one, but can't find the other with the frenzy. Unfortunate. J Chronic gonna close that out. Taze holding it on the back line as Bolty puts down the spike on B. He'll lay down some smokes for his team. Taze gonna keep holding this backside here. And there it is. There's the tour de force, but he has to play close here on B. Doesn't have the sight lines that he wants. And Bolty playing very, very close. He knows that the chamber is probably here. And Gub going through the poisonous smoke, but there's Chronic waiting for him. Chronic gets a double kill, and Bolty gets the kill there and wins the round to bring this to a 2 lead for West Virginia.
And right now, West Virginia looking pretty strong as they seem to have sort of stalled the St. Clair team, obviously, and now here we go. This is exactly what I was going to say. I wanted to see if maybe St. Clair thinking about a timeout here as we kind of see the momentum switching up a little bit.
Especially with that 2-round kind of lead now. It seemed like the Saints had it locked down at the beginning, going up a quick 2-1, 3-1, but now West Virginia taking it back and pushing them to this 5-3. Kind of the same thing we're seeing from the last game, except almost in the reverse order. We're seeing Saints now kind of falling back. Hopefully this timeout helps them get somewhere where they can retake the defense and get back into a prime spot to try and bring this to an advantage for them at the end of the half going into the attack.
And if we follow that logic, that means the Saints should win. If this is just the reverse of the last game, we're going to bring it to OT, and then they will win it out for us here. But I just think that West Virginia is able to utilize the more powerful guns a little bit more effectively, just ever so slightly. But Saints have those scrappy, low-budget weapons, and they use them so well.
Absolutely. Jello getting a couple picks with the Stinger in the last round. Never underestimate the Stinger, as I like to say, but we will see full buys coming out on both sides here as West Virginia is going to set up for a little bit of an A push. It's been their bread and butter so far. It's been working. We'll see how they approach it this round.
Yeah, it seems like what you're saying is coming into fruition. However, now looking like they're going to kind of split the attack up just a little bit. Some possible early challenges here as lines of sight are starting to kind of collapse within each other. We'll see what's going to happen. It's going to be interesting for sure, but it seems like the A-take's going to happen. Numeta and Gub shutting it down very quickly. They find the quick 5-3 advantage right now with the 2 headshots. This is exactly what St. Clair needed coming out of this timeout. We'll see how they hold up.
Yeah, Dinks pushing Hookah here while Gub is holding down A main. It is a very big split push on the side of West Virginia. They are doing their darndest to make sure they play this safe, but with only 3 people left on the board, they have to make a move quick because it's counting down less than a minute left on the board here. They're very split up, very scattered. It seems like that timeout has just left them confused almost. Like they had a plan, they had the momentum, but they've lost it. Here they are. It looks like they're pushing through showers here. Taze taking it very slowly, checking his corners, and the Saints just playing it slow, holding angles.
30 seconds left.
And they know they have to wait for the push to come to them. Canadian still has the molly to play with. Here's Numeta trying to bait out anything, try and get any info as to where they are. The Saints just keep playing slow. There's the pick. He hears the bullets, gets the pick right away. And now Canadian gets flashed. He's going to spray it down. 10 seconds left on the clock. And Inox manages to find it. Gub going to take out Inox though. And one spike is down on A with 2 seconds left on the clock. That is it. Looks like Dinks is just going to save. And that is another win for St. Clair College, using the break to full effectiveness there.
Dinks this kind of split off early at the round and tried to go B to find some picks, but may have come back a little bit too late and was quickly picked off on his return. The slow push didn't quite work in the favor of West Virginia this time, as we have kind of seen a full 5-stack just straight into it each time, but we'll see if they continue this approach. It looks like they're going to set up for A again, this time kind of almost bringing a full 5-stack, although Viper is going to kind of go off to the side, take a different approach here. New Meta going to try and peek out, maybe find a kill, get some early intel. Gonna, almost finds.
I think he breaks the shield and gets a little bit on the health there. NECC gonna use the Sky ult. Gub gonna try and slow down the push of the grenade, manages to take out all the util. Showstopper v Showstopper, challenges it. He manages to take it out, shut that down. J-Chronic though, gonna get the pick on Grub. And there, it's 3v5. New
And
meta.
if you're St. Clair right now, you just have to play trades. You have the man advantage. You have what you need. Play it smart, play it steady. Minute on the clock, you know they have to make a move. Let's see what's
Viper pit.
Chronic. On the Viper, what can he find here? Boltsy. They seem like right now they're just kind of stalling as well. They're just trying to see if St. Clair maybe gives them a free pick on the side of Sorry, sorry, a little interruption there, but no problem. It seems like right now Chronic, NECC trying to get the plant down as we see right now. Flash is coming out, and it seems like Canadian and Chilling gonna find a pick. Chilling gonna find another one onto NECC, and that's gonna be the Saints cleaning up 5-5 on the side of defense.
Quite a close game, bringing it right back after that timeout. Absolutely huge. They found the momentum shift that they needed, and they are going to carry it all the way here. This could be another 6-6 first half, and this could lead to a very close ending game throughout overtime. We are going to see full buys here go out on both sides, or almost full buys here. Looks like Taze is going to have to hold back and get the Guardian this round, but this could be a very interesting next couple rounds. Hopefully our Saints take it up too and take it to a 7-5, taking that lead into the attacking round, but we'll see what West Virginia has in store for them.
Yeah, and as we see right now, West Virginia going for a little bit of a split take, but they're going to look for the rotation now, as you see, opting for their players to come around for the B side take. Seems like St. Clair trying to set up right now on defense. Seems like they have a little bit of an idea that this could be possibly coming down, but they need to rotate their men from A over to B. The push is going to start to come out here. Flash is coming out as NECC is blinded, and he's going to get picked off by Chillin.
Down B.
Spike has been planted on B side now. It seems like the rotations from St. Clair coming out. Chillin with another one, headshot onto Dinks there. Jello, what can you find here on this rotation? He's going to be caught out. He has 7 health. He needs to play very, very cautious here, but he's going to swing out, finding nothing through the smoke. Taze holding a very tight angle. He's going to find what's probably a good shot onto Gub, and yes, there it is. There's the confirm.
He's sending out the bomb buddy.
3v4 for West Virginia here. A little bit of a disposition, but it seems like they are going to lock down this site pretty well. Kind of holding all the Saints back, but we do see Chillin pushing through Hookah, trying to find something.
Oh, wow.
Chronic gonna find the double kill there onto Meta and Canadian. And, he's gonna find the third onto Jello. Chillin is gonna trade out Boltsy, and he's gonna find Chronic. Will he have enough time?
You think he barely might have enough time, but just not enough. 1 second too late. West Virginia closes out that round, taking the point advantage.
What a round.
Wow.
Too close for comfort, dare I say. But now, as we go into our final round of the half, looks like West Virginia is going to utilize their timeout. Even though they are up 1, you get the free timeout for the half. You might as well take it. They are going to want to find a way to absolutely lock down this last round of the half, giving them a two-round advantage going into defending.
Yeah, that 2-round advantage could be very massive, but I think we're going to see another tie game scenario here going into the next round with both teams just trading neck and neck and neck and neck. Whew. It's a really good game. Like, that was down to the second there, that last round.
Yes.
It's very stressful, yeah. But it's fun to watch, you know.
Absolutely.
You're on the edge of your seat. You can't wait to see what happens next.
For real.
And I gotta say, Chillin, really good try there on the clutch. He finds the kills, but I have to say, an even bigger play coming out from Chronic on the side of West Virginia. Huge hero play there as he finds the 2. And, you know, it's just plays like that that have kept West Virginia in this thing. And we've seen time and time again, even in the first game, it seems like just when we think St. Clair has a good man advantage and good man count heading into it, all of a sudden hero plays start coming out from West Virginia, and they just seem to sort of find the upper hand when it comes into the final moments.
Yeah, they were put in the do or die situation, and they always do. So it is rough for St. Clair when you have a team that can just clutch it up so well. But seeing very even buys, both teams not in great economy because they kept trading back and forth. Canadian gonna get flashed out there, but not a great flash, and he's already where he wants to be.
Absolutely. As we see West Virginia start to push up now, it looks like they're going to go for a little bit of a heavier B push this round. New Meta going to try to hold that long. He's going to find the first one on Taze. He's going to teleport away and get himself back safety as he pulls out the Tour de Force. Going to get the flash down. Oh, just missing Boltsy by an inch there. Little does he know that Viper is also pulling up now to try and help out Boltsy either get out of that situation or push through and try to find it. As we see Dinks now pushing up onto Hookah, New Meta's going to kind of back off a little bit, knowing that he scared them enough with the mini-op to try and keep them away from that site. But we do see most of the Saints are kind of still laid out on A site here, still holding it down as
Inox is infiltrated.
Still pushing.
U-Haul. Yeah, Inox has infiltrated U-Haul. This is crazy. A massive flank on the side of West Virginia. Going for a big flash. He gets dinked up a little bit. This might not work out in their favor. I think they might think it's an A push, and I think it's becoming one. There's a Brimstone ult. Saints are going to have to back off here. Dink's going to get taken out by Chillin, though. Inox is going to take out Gub. Ooh, it's a very, very close last round here. Boltsy going to find one. Boltsy going to find another, but he gets taken out.
Right here.
Or he doesn't get taken out. He has
still
15
up there.
HP. Sorry. He was so close to death. I thought he was already dead, but he manages to get the plant down here.
And it seems like right now, again, it seemed like St. Clair kind of had what they wanted, but again, hero plays kind of coming out on the side of West Virginia. They are taking what they want right now. They are in a good position. St. Clair on the retake. How are they going to deal with it? Flashes come out, obviously. It seems like Jay Chronic going to find one on a new meta.
Down to Jello.
Like after there, Jello's going to find the first pick on a Chronic, but it's going to get a quick trade out. Another attacker-sided round. Won by West Virginia, and might I add is another round where, like I was saying before, it seemed like St. Clair had everything they wanted in that round, and West Virginia just somehow, again, like you said, put in that do or die situation, and they did.
Now as we go into the second half, we're going to see the side switch here. Going to be a little bit interesting to see how both teams take this. We are starting to see some Viper walls go up on both sides, getting ready for those setups. Same with the chamber. It's everything, all the utils going to go out on the field here. Looks like the Saints are starting to set up for a little bit of a heavier B push to start this, but it doesn't mean they don't have anybody hanging around A, as it looks like both sides are about to meet right in this main section here for a duel to the death. A little 3v3 action. We're going to see how this plays out real quick. As Canadian Jello being to the right, not going to find Chamber, but Taze is going to find Chill in there. So Dinks is going to find Jello and be able to back off safely. And just in this first round on defense, West Virginia already taking a 5-3 lead in people as they also start to make their push onto, or sorry, the Saints are going to start to make their push onto B. The colors really throw me off sometimes, but here we go. Saints are starting to push in, and they might be able to take this B site quickly without West Virginia finding out.
Yeah, Canadian taking the baths route here, the showers route, and there's new meta pushed up in Hookah with Gub. They need to find a push here, but in a 3v5 scenario, it is very tough, and just like that, it's a 2v5 scenario. Tay's going to pick off Canadian. I think you're going to see West Virginia start to close in if they know where they are. Jay Chronic holding backside of B. Gonna lay down the wall, get the flash out. He flashes himself though. Backs out, finds a pick, and it's all down to Gub here. Needs to try and find a pick here. He manages to take out Chronic. And there it is, Gub, a little bit of low health, and Inox able to close out that round for the team, bringing this 8-5. The biggest lead we've seen in a while on West Virginia's side.
Gub just kind of thrown into a pretty bad situation there, as obviously first picks come out on the side of West Virginia, and it seems like right now that is kind of the story of the night. When West Virginia starts to find these first picks, it seems like they play a lot slower, a lot more methodical, and they're making them count. Whereas St. Clair so far, they're finding these first picks, but I will say more times than none. A couple of hero plays coming. Sorry, St. Clair, yeah, finding first picks, but more times than none, West Virginia finding a couple of hero plays. Seems like so far, first picks being a lot more on the side of West Virginia as they're just able to hold that man control, something that St. Clair hasn't had as much success doing throughout the night.
Absolutely. I just noticed something I don't think I've ever actually seen before. It's gonna send the flashing bird through the teleporter, try and get that info on the other side. Dinks is gonna find his first one on a chillin' here. Maybe that bird did work, given the intel they need. As Saints start to make a little bit of a B push here, their only person on A being taken out, but West Virginia is ready, being stacked up with 3 on here. Jello already losing a little bit of health, pushing up long. It's gonna be a little bit of a tough way onto the site.
Yep. There's Inox there, trying to get a pick with the Guardian. Unable to find it. He's going to have to back down off of the box. Saints playing very slow here as they are down a member right now. Jay Chronic holding the same spot as usual. And the Saints just trying to find some way into this insurmountable defense that West Virginia has created here. They've watched every angle, every defense. There's the Viper Wall. Allows them to go into this push here. And there's Canadian laying down the smokes. They need to play fast as there's only 30 seconds left on the clock. And the grenade gonna take out new meta. And just like that, they're gonna funnel more and more abilities into that little corner there. Inox gonna find the double kill there. And just like that, like 10 seconds left on the clock, the Hawk goes out and J-Chronic gonna clean up the kill for West Virginia. They are running away with it here, bringing it to 5-9.
Flawless round for them as well. Almost a mistake there at the end by Enox as he went to send out that bird and almost got hit with the timing. That Gub was unfortunately hit with a lot last round, and so was Chillin'. But they are able to carry out the round and they are going to come out on top. But it does look like Saints are have the weapon advantage for this round, as they will be having all the rifles to their disposal. But doesn't guarantee them the win necessarily, as the momentum has clearly shifted in this half on West Virginia's side.
We don't have any ults on the board right now, so it's a very even game. Just raw gunplay to contend with here. Gotcha. Boltsy gonna find the pick on Jello. Flash gonna go out. I don't think it finds anyone very, very important there. Boltsy gonna lay down the smokes. Jay Chronic gonna spray down the wall, and Taze just holding the corner close with the judge. A classic strat. How can you go wrong? There's Dinks holding down the long angle as well. They have every angle held down here, but they might be free showers. But it's tough.
Seems like St. Clair now lobbying to go for a little bit of an aggressive play through B, but it's going to be Chillin' shut down, Gub shut down, and Canadian shut down. Boltsy with a huge double kill to kind of mark that off. And it just seems like right now the Saints, they just can't really get anything going so far this round. It's just been shut down left, right, and center. West Virginia has done a really good job of holding down all of the angles. New meta blinded. Seems like Enox is going to go for the first push, but he's actually going to be Dinks caught out by new meta. A little bit of a scrappy gunfight on the side of the Saints there. Enox is going to be able to find the headshot.
Absolutely. A little bit of a tough round there for the Saints as they were caught off guard by the judge and by Dinks with his Marshall, which is now being upgraded to an op, as we do see the timeout coming. A much needed timeout for our Saints, especially now down 5 rounds in this half. West Virginia only need 3 more to finish this game out and finish this whole match once and for all.
That was definitely not the one you would want to lose there, because now your economy is in shambles and they only need, I think they only need, you're right, 3 more rounds to win. So your back's up against the wall here. It's not much. There's not much you can do here with the timeout either, because you don't have the guns to buy. You can't really fully plan it out. So you're gonna have to try and look at what the enemy's doing rather than what you can do in this immediate moment. Just gonna have to try and get through the next round and have a plan prepared for the one after that. But even with that, you have 2 rounds to play with there. So the Saints definitely have their work cut out for him there.
Absolutely.
Just Inox playing well and the rest of his teammates playing just as well. The Saints have so much to contend with here. So we'll see how it goes going back into the game here. 5-10, especially on attack here.
And I must say right now, the key is going to be simple. It's mental right now. Saints, you know, the mental might be getting to them a little bit right now. As you've seen, they've kind of let a couple of rounds slip away on the side. It's been 5 straight now. And you know, they gotta find some sort of something to just get back into this game. Obviously, you know, I get it's hard losing that first one on what was a triple overtime. That's obviously so very draining. And I wonder if we're just kind of seeing a little bit of fatigue right now and a little bit of mental
Here's the
downplay.
fountain. I think he's losing it here. He's looking at the fountain, looking up at the sky.
He might be looking for a lineup, though, to be fair. And I think he's going to find it. But Gub is going to get a first pick on Enox, and it's going to be quickly traded out as all the guns come out of blazing. Saints are going to find their way onto site, though, with the man advantage and get that upgrade and some weaponry. But Chillin' going to just narrowly avoid the paint shells from Taze as he walks away with 19 health. Not much, but it's still walking away. But Boltzy's going to find that kill quickly as all the Saints are backed up into elbow. No ultimates ready. Boltzy's going to start to defuse. Are the Saints able to counter?
Ooh, managed to take out one, but Dink's there with the op, and they do manage to get the defuse. I don't think they heard it. I didn't even hear it. So there's Bolty just cleaning up that last few stragglers.
It seems like the operator also got left behind in that last round, unfortunately for Dinks. That was his weapon of choice, and it seemed like it might have got flipped. Oh, and he's going to find it again. And someone must have had it and must have dropped it just now for him. He is going to get to hold onto his baby and hopefully use it to its best ability this round.
Yeah, Chamber has so much util just built for being able to use that op to full effect, because that's all. So his whole kit is built around using that op here. Here's Dinks watching showers. There's Viper Wall, but as soon as that goes down, whoever peeks that is in for a bad time. Jay Chronic gonna lay down the orb and the snake bite. It is very precarious indeed for the Saints. They have a lot to contend with here.
It seems like St. Clair kind of looking a little split up, but for the most part looking for a B-sided push as right now West Virginia trying to just set up. They need to try to figure out where this push is coming from on the side of the Saints. And you know, we were talking about mental a little bit earlier, but the Saints, you know, they put up a pretty good round despite them not winning it in the end. It seems like right now, you know, maybe their mental isn't completely chalked. You know, I think that they played really good that last round, and I think they just need to try to find something going on the side now. West Virginia, how are you going to defend this site?
Chronic's going to start to push up here with Sky as they will try and find. Jello's going to find that first pick on the Enox there. And Shower's going to be a contested area. Tate's going to find a pick onto Meta as they start to get a little more aggressive. Boltzy also going to find the pick onto Chillin as they now take the man advantage. But Gub and Canadian going to find a pick each to bring this back. Saints now with the advantage. Will they find it? Tate's going to bring it right back to a 2-2 as he takes out Canadian and Showers. And the spike is going to go down onto a site. Let's see if the Saints can hold this.
Showstopper.
Oh no, Taze waiting.
He's
Just
10 health
waiting.
though.
Chronic gonna find Gub there. Taze gonna have to fire this rocket somewhere. Oh my
Holy
gosh,
moly,
just
missed by a
narrowly
hair.
missing Jello. Will he be able to? Oh, and Jello's gonna be taken out by Chronic and just missed the 1v2 advantage.
And now West Virginia bringing this to 12-5. It is not looking good for St. Clair College right now. But it's looking amazing if you're West Virginia University. They're looking to close this last round out. The Saints' backs against the wall. They need to give it their all, spend all their money. There's no point in saving anymore. Their restraints are off. They have 2 ults to play with. If we don't see both these ults here today, what are you doing?
Gub has been able to utilize that Showstopper ult quite a bit so far in this game and in the last. And obviously, Jello with the Sky ult is going to bring out huge info for the Saints this round. And especially now with West Virginia not having an ult to use, but Jay Chronic is going to be one away from being able to put the Viper in. Sky ult going to come out. So is the Showstopper. They're going to find Dink's going to go down quickly from the Showstopper. And Saints are going to be able to walk onto this, but New Meta is going to be taken out quickly by Taze. And it looks like 2 of West Virginia are going to be wrapping through Showers, taking out Chillin as they go through.
It's a 3v3 situation. West Virginia does have Sky ult here if they need to use it to secure them the win. Taze is in Showers. Jello looking through the backside, but he doesn't find anything. He sees the Sky and the Sky ult coming. He knows where it's coming from. Might be able to prepare for this. Jello watching down A main with the op. Jay Chronic pushing up A main as well. Things are mounting. Canadian finds a double kill. Jay Chronic got the headshot on Gub here. It's a 2v1 scenario here. West Virginia could win it all here. Manages to find one. It's a 1v1. It is all coming down to the wire here. And Jay Chronic manages to close it out. But can he get the defuse in time? It is going to get down to the wire here. We don't know who's going to come. Who's going to win? Who's going to win?
Oh,
and West Virginia Country Roads take them home the win. And that is it for the match.
And it happened again. Jay Chronic with the absolute insane hero play. 1v2 on the clutch and 0.79 seconds on the board to get that defuse. And, I mean, man, it just seemed like, the Saints were starting off really good. But it just seemed like on that map, too, it just seemed like timeouts happened here and there. A little bit of momentum shift. And at the end of the day, West Virginia was just able to just kind of slowly break away. And then they blew it out of the water to end it off.
Absolutely. Taking a 13-5 lead on that second game and winning 8 rounds is incredible. To take 8 rounds straight in a row through 2 different halves, too. Taking the pistol rounds in that second half was definitely the momentum boost they needed to continue all the way through. And unfortunately for our Saints, they weren't able to pick up the win today. However, West Virginia will be able to continue on their streak and go 2-0 in NECC Legends. And hopefully our Saints can pick up where they've let. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. I have the nerves as well. The adrenaline's pumping. That's such a close game.
I know.
Like coming down to the wire, such a nail biter there, just on a defuse by like a hair of a second. I have so much adrenaline rushing through my veins as well. It's hard to talk, but it was a great game. The Saints not going down without a fight here against West Virginia. They played so well, bringing it like nearly to an overtime. But that last game, West Virginia just ran away with it there.
Yeah, I think, again, like we said, Saints putting up a really, really good attempt to try to take game 1. Triple OT does a lot to you. In that second game, sometimes it's just a little too much and you can't quite get it to go. A lot of momentum shifts here and there, but eventually West Virginia able to run away with it. I will say I think that the kind of overwhelming factor was just whenever West Virginia was able to get their first picks, they really held on to them. And, they never really gave up that man advantage, whereas St. Clair, they fell victim to a couple of hero plays that I think, if you just change them the other way, really could have shifted the result of that second match. But it's Valorant, anything can happen, right? So, I mean, you never know. It comes down to a 0.79 second defuse clutch 1v2, and, it's just the way it is sometimes. It's how the cookie crumbles.
Definitely.
And it seemed that even though both teams ran the exact same agent comp, it seemed like West Virginia did have the advantage and had the setups, the lineups, the plays, some of those Viper lineups from the beginning of the round, setting those up for the offense and for the defense as well, really just gave them what they needed that final match.
Yeah, great matches all around. They put up a great fight that last round, didn't manage to close it out, but hey, we got more games. It's just the beginning. That was their first showing, so we'll see if they can learn from these mistakes and cook on their next match. But thank you guys. We had a great time here on Cast. I just want to say thank you very much, Jordan, Patrick. You guys did great.
Thank you, Matthias.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you to everybody in the back there, Daniil, Tommy,
Amanda.
Yeah. I'm blinking. There's a new guy back there. I'm so sorry. Do you guys remember his name?
Ari.
Yep. Gabriel.
And Dan.
Gabe. Yeah. There we go. And Dan.
We got him.
Danners. Lots of people in the back today, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, hard to keep track of. And also thank you to you guys at home for joining us here today. We'll be back with more Valorant very soon. So keep an eye out for that.
One enemy remaining. Clutch.